Again, the best is fighting the best, and Crawford dared to be great, and this is one of the ways you do it, and you tell the world, watch. But to go in there and to let him know, establish that from the first round, that I belong, without showing that I am tough. I earned my position to be here.
What do we just milk? What are we milking this dumb shit for? Think about how much money you could pump into boxing with great matchups.
Crawford right now is on a different planet. And most rematches.
On September 13th, 2025, the boxing world fell silent as Terence Crawford, a fighter who began his career at lightweight, stood in the middle of a Las Vegas ring with his hand raised after dismantling Canelo Alvarez, the long-established super middleweight champion. Fans were stunned. Commentators were left searching for words, and the arena buzzed with disbelief. Yet one person sitting at ringside wasn't shocked at all. He had predicted this exact outcome months before it ever happened.
Can he beat him? Can he beat Canelo? Is his skill so much that he's able to bridge the weight classes?
He has a legitimate chance. Over 60% for his mind. If you say, Bernard, give me a number.
Give me a number.
He has an 85+ chance to beat Canelo. Why? He's not going in there to prove something, which will fall into Canelo's hand. He would love for him to prove something. That means you will stay there and try to prove something. But to go in there and to let him know, establish that from the first round, that I belong, without showing that I am tough. I earned my position to be here. And I want to show you, even though you're being stubborn, that your time not only have came, but it's gone. He ain't going to surrender and say, I slowed up, so I'm going to act like it. No, he has to be shown. And it has to be early.
Bernard Hopkins, the legendary executioner, didn't just predict that Canelo would lose. He explained exactly how it would happen. While most people focus on weight differences and power, Hopkins noticed something far deeper. A strategic setup that Canelo stepped straight into. Now, with rematch discussions gaining momentum, Hopkins has returned with another warning. And if his first prediction was any indication, Canelo Alvarez could be on the verge of making the biggest mistake of his career.
Where does Canelo go from here, Henry?
He needs to rematch. If I'm Canelo, I want to rematch Terence Crawford. He got schooled, bro. He got outboxed by Terence Crawford. And I know that he's itching to get that one back. The first time he fought Triple G, and he came back the second time, and he legit beat Triple G.
Once in a lifetime fight. It doesn't need to be a rematch. I think Bud would do worse the next fight. He would put it on Canelo a little worse than that, because that style of fight, I don't think he beats someone like Terence Crawford. But if I'm Terence Crawford, of course I'll fight him again. But this time, I'm the A side. I think Terence Crawford is going to be more confident next time, knowing that I can punch with this guy. I can take his shot. I'm faster.
He fought Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah.
He didn't do what the last two did, just run. He threw at him. I'm going to call your bluff.
Bernard Hopkins' confidence in Crawford winning the rematch comes from what he originally called the trap. Even before their first meeting in September, Hopkins said Canelo was playing checkers while Crawford was playing chess, a comment many dismiss as old school talk. But when you rewatch the fight, the accuracy is almost unsettling. Hopkins pointed out that Canelo had spent so many years relying on raw power and physical dominance that he'd forgotten what it meant to face a pure technician, and Crawford exposed that weakness with precision.
That's one from me, Canelo Crawford. Obviously, Terence just rocked up there. What do you make of his chances against the man you worked with for many years?
Great chance. He have a great chance because of his heart, his talent, and also his game plan and his strategy. But Canelo is no pushover. I've watched Canelo for multiple years. Again, the best is fighting the best, and Crawford dared to be great, and this is one of the ways you do it, and you tell the world, watch, pay attention, and watch me make history. I will be one of those watching amongst millions of other people.
Crawford didn't beat Canelo by being stronger, he beat him by being smarter. Hopkins highlighted that throughout all 12 rounds, Crawford stayed several moves ahead, slipping into positions where Canelo believed he had an opening, only to disappear the moment a punch came his way. This wasn't running. It was masterful control of distance, a level of ring IQ rarely seen in modern boxing. Hopkins calls it the illusion of availability, making Canelo commit to big shots at a target that was never truly within reach.
Of going down, it's going to be a long, long night for Canelo Alvarez. Terence Bud Crawford has already figured out Canelo Alvarez. He already figured him out, he beat him down, and he learned that he can take his power, and on top of that, Canelo was hurt a couple of times by Bud Crawford. If you're Bud Crawford heading into this fight, you have not a single worry in the world. You know what you're capable of doing, you know that you can go out into that ring, and you could put a beating on Canelo Alvarez, and might I even say this, Bud Crawford has a chance of stopping Canelo Alvarez if they do the rematch.
The most fascinating part of Hopkins' analysis comes down to one idea: mental exhaustion. We usually think of conditioning as something physical, miles run, rounds sparred, hours in the gym. But Hopkins insists that what happened to Canelo in that fight wasn't traditional fatigue at all. It was psychological overload. Picture spending 36 minutes trying to track someone down, swinging at empty space again and again. That kind of frustration doesn't just tire your body, it drains your mind. And Hopkins believes that's exactly where Canelo unraveled. Our interview 5. Hopkins drew parallels to his own iconic battles, including those against Roy Jones Jr., explaining that missing a big power shot drains energy far faster than landing one. By the 8th round, Canelo appeared sluggish, cautious, and hesitant. According to Hopkins, this wasn't a matter of age. It was a moment Canelo realized he couldn't figure out Crawford's strategy. In a rematch, Hopkins warns that mental mark doesn't fade. It only grows deeper.
There was some big news in boxing yesterday. Canelo said he wants a rematch with Crawford. What does Canelo have to do in the rematch, B-Hop?
We didn't do last time.
Which is what?
Win.
That's all. Simple as that. Crawford's very talented.
Crawford right now is on a different planet. And most rematches normally wind up the same. Statistically wise. I don't see anything different.
After the fight, Hopkins made a statement that quickly went viral. He didn't just call Crawford the top fighter of his generation. He likened him to Michael Jordan. It's a bold comparison, but Hopkins' reasoning is clear. Jordan dominated not merely through athleticism, but because his fundamentals were flawless, allowing him to excel against anyone, anywhere, at any time. At 38, Crawford should have been slower, struggling after moving up 2 weight classes. Instead, he appeared fresher than the younger Canelo. Hopkins credits this to efficiency. Like Jordan in his later years, Crawford wastes no energy on unnecessary movement. Every step, every motion has intent. You can build physical strength, but you can't train instinct to operate at Michael Jordan-level precision overnight.
Mad respect for Canelo. It always will.
You always have been. You've been very
listen, it always will be. But Crawford has an opportunity
and his opponent,
to continue to keep sticking it to the people that didn't.
World champion,
whether it was
the pride of Broward County, Florida.
Politics over here, politics over there. We get a chance to show what we, or the boxing fans in the world, almost came that close to not seeing that talent as he continued to keep telling everyone that he wanted to fight the best years ago. Go all the way back to top rank. All the way up to here.
Well, he did it.
Do you agree or disagree?
I agree.
He got a chance to show.
He got a chance and he proved himself. That's in life, we just want the opportunity.
Now, the calls for Crawford versus Canelo 2 are everywhere. Financially, it's a no-brainer, and Canelo's pride is pushing him to seek revenge. But Hopkins warns this could be an even deadlier trap than the first encounter. In his view, the initial fight shattered Canelo's aura of invincibility. With Crawford now fully aware of how Canelo responds to feints and movement, the rematch could turn out even more one-sided than the first.
To Sergio's point, a lot of the people that I'm been talking to when it comes to this fight, they're not like, it's almost like the air was taken out of them. They're not excited about even the idea of a rematch, or the subject doesn't even come up. Usually the conversations are, hey man, is there a rematch clause? You think they'll run it back? What do you think will win? Like, people just, even casuals, realize that Crawford, he schooled Canelo, man. He really did. I don't think people want to see this fight. I agree with Sergio Mora.
Be at a smaller arena because people already saw Canelo get dominated by the better fighter, and the better fighter will do it again even easier and with more confidence.
Yeah. Hopkins cautions that Canelo has a hard time adapting mid-fight when facing true technicians. We witnessed this against Bivol and again against Crawford. As Hopkins points out, the definition of insanity is repeating the same actions and expecting a different outcome. Unless Canelo can completely overhaul his style in his mid-30s, a feat few fighters have ever achieved, he risks walking into a disaster. The size advantage that didn't protect him the first time certainly won't protect him in a rematch.
You hold on. You keep saying this.
Hold up. Canelo, see, this is the thing about Canelo. He sometimes relies on the environment, the hostile crowd, to also help him win this fight. Not only with the judges, but with the opponent. Crawford even handled that. You know, you can't prepare for that magnitude, the roar of the crowd, the lights, everyone booing you. You can't prepare for that. Crawford was ready for that. Even his ring entrance, when he came in with that guitar case, it was, that's one of my all-time favorite entrances.
Desperado. Yeah, it's an homage to Desperado. Yeah.
Actually, it was Mariachi. That was part one. Desperado was part two. That right there, it was me against the world. That was his mentality. Me against all these Mexicans. Me against Canelo in Las Vegas. Me against Canelo and the judges that he probably has in his pocket. Me against everyone, and Bud shut everyone up. And you think?
Yeah, but hold on.
Canelo's going to be able to do it the second time around?
I don't know. I don't think it's as...
The aftermath of the fight has proven many analysts right, especially those who were dismissed as critics before the bout. Take Pauline Malignaggi, for example. For years, he insisted that skills matter most and that Canelo had often benefited from carefully chosen opponents. After September 13th, Paulie's breakdown of the fight as a tactical chess match now reads almost like prophecy.
Pick a fight. Okay, who's the best boxer in the world right now?
I'd have to say Crawford.
Canelo said yesterday he's working on the rematch.
Why would he do that?
For money? For fame? To get his shot back? For his pride. He wants his back.
Okay, he can try. Unless he changes his complete style, it's not going to happen.
So you have Crawford in a rematch?
Crawford in the rematch. Corner, when the fighters are even, it goes to the corner. So the best fighter, I think, heavyweight, Michael Hunter. Crawford would be right behind him.
Even Eric Kelly, famous for his blunt, no-holds-barred opinions, has joined the chorus of analysts praising Crawford. Known for roasting nearly everyone, Kelly dissected the fight by emphasizing Crawford's relentless dog mentality, echoing what the fighters themselves are saying. At this point, it's clear it's time to pay attention.
Crawford rematch. Canelo Crawford rematch. No, thank you. Why? It wasn't a good fight the first time. I told you he was going to get dominated the first time. He got dominated, and there's no reason for a rematch. What do we just milk? What are we milking this dumb shit for? Think about how much money you could pump into boxing with great matchups if you took the money from a Canelo Crawford rematch and the money from Jake Paul and AJ, combine it together. You could fund boxing super fights for like 5 years. You could fund, you really could. Think about the matchups you could make with that kind of money. You could just fund all kinds of crazy, great matchups. And the fighters would all fight each other because there'd be enough money. And you wouldn't have to pay anybody $90 million. Think about that. No, instead we're going to make one useless fight, another useless fight. I don't know, man.
Even Eric Kelly, known for his brutal, filter-free takes, has jumped on this bandwagon. Kelly, who usually roasts everyone, broke down the fight by highlighting Crawford's dog mentality. When the guys who actually stepped in the ring are all saying the same thing, it's time to listen.
What do you think about Canelo Crawford rematch? Any different? Same result? What do you think?
Same result. I mean, broke, don't fix it. You know where I stand on.
No, you got Crawford, I know.
I got Bud. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They broke, don't fix it. Canelo hasn't really shown you his ability to make adjustments over the years. Crawford is showing you different. Crawford is the killer. When it's time to go get you, he's gonna get you. Crawford is a smooth boxer. Lateral movement, stand there, be slick. He's showing you all that. Now when they come up the upper body movement, no one touches Canelo.
Okay.
They are signaling that the days of relying on size advantages and hydration clauses are behind us. The era of pure skill has returned, and Crawford stands at the summit. If you need more evidence of Hopkins' unique insight, consider his latest prediction. While everyone's eyes are on the heavyweights and the fallout from Canelo, Hopkins has shifted focus to Ryan Garcia versus Mario Barrios. Despite the ongoing tension between Golden Boy and Ryan, Hopkins confidently stated that Garcia will knock out Barrios, pointing to his speed and devastating left hook as the decisive factors.
Ryan Garcia fighting for the WBC 147 title against Mario Barrios. What do you think?
A good fight to test both guys, especially Ryan, on what they're going to do next after this fight. Ryan by knockout.
Ryan by knockout, that's big. Now,
Ryan by knockout.
That's a big prediction.
Hopkins predicts Ryan Garcia will win by knockout, a bold statement from a man who usually demands fighters prove themselves first. This marks another high point in Hopkins' streak of accurate calls. He famously predicted Crawford's upset with an 85% certainty and now is backing Garcia with similar confidence. September 13, 2025, will be remembered as a night Terence Crawford achieved the seemingly impossible. Yet for Hopkins, it was just another day of seeing skill, strategy, and mental toughness triumph over size. He showed us that technical mastery beats raw power, that mental fatigue can break the bigger man, and that Crawford is the Michael Jordan of this era. As talk of a rematch grows, the real question isn't whether Canelo can win. It's whether he should face someone who has completely figured him out. Hopkins has revealed the truth. Canelo is chasing a ghost he cannot catch, and another attempt could leave him wondering how it all went so wrong.